No.
This snipe. All right, hold on. Let's talk.
That was the Tyler snipe right there.
I love this. Talk about it. All right.
Tyler was saying a prayer.
Good evening, degenerates, and welcome back to a very special episode of Degen Hours. It is mock draft season, and we are going to be doing our full 12-team, 10-round mock draft live on the podcast. You're going to be following along. Draft board on the bottom of the screen. Us talking through all of our picks. It's about to be an electric episode. Yeah. We're so excited. We're so excited to have you with us. Before we get into all the action, I want to quickly touch on the subscriber picks parlay, which we'll be doing for the first time next week. Week 0 college football.
Coming for you, baby.
It's almost there, and you have a chance to win a whole lot of money. The subscriber picks parlay is a very unique opportunity for each of you at home to get involved in the action with all of us. At the end of each show during football season, starting next week, we are going to be giving out our entire cards as well as our favorite bets, the Mortal Locks.
Yep.
What we're going to do with those Mortal Locks, we're going to put $50 of our own money, parlay them 5 ways on the spreads that we pick as our best bets, calculate live on air how much you can win. A $50 parlay, 5 ways on the spread will pay between $1,300 and $1,500.
And how do they win?
If all 5 of these bets hit and you're sweating them with us, we're going to be raffling it off to one lucky person that likes, comments, and subscribes on the video.
Roundhouse kick.
Get ahead of the action, click that subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, let us know what you think of the mock draft here, and you can win some money when we win. And we're going to be winning a whole lot this season.
Oh, we will be.
Before we hop into the mock draft, I want to recap a couple things from last week. A lot happened in the NFL. We had the preseason going on. We had some movement with star running backs, so I just want to cover that. First thing, NFL preseason. There's a couple players' performances I want to highlight and just hear what we think about it. Yeah. First off, Justin Fields.
Oh, the man.
3 for 3.
3 for 3.
3 for 3.
129 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Boys, they're winning 8 games
That's
this year.
that guy.
Ryan, just tell me how you evaluated his performance, because I have some thoughts. I'm sure Mario has some thoughts.
So obviously, on paper, and to a Bears fan, which I'm not, to Ohio State fan, which I am, it's erotic saying this.
Bang.
Just perfection all around the board. But
perfection.
You have to look at the fact that 2 of the plays, he pretty much did nothing. And honestly, the DJ Moore touchdown, he threw not a great ball. But the Herbert play, it was a throw behind the backfield of the screen. He did break 2 tackles, break a sack, throw across the ball.
That was a common theme there. Throwing behind the backfield.
Yeah,
actually, every single pass.
All 3 of his throws were behind the line of
Hey,
scrimmage.
you still got to get it to a guy.
A pass is a pass and a completion's a completion.
That's
so.
right, Mike. You put it on that card.
Bang.
But I don't know. I mean, preseason, I don't really give 2 craps about. We'll see how he plays.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
always
a fan
nice to
one.
see someone perform, though.
I just love seeing, like, all over Twitter, like, people like Justin Fields, perfect game.
MVP season
coming
coming
out.
up.
MVP season. And then I'm like,
They're like, his odds are moving way up on the board.
I got an alert on my phone about how he played. I was like, oh, no way. Like, I want to see some craziness. And I just click on it. It's like a screen that's like
5-yard
behind the
pass.
receiver. It's like another screen, and then, like, he breaks a tackle and throws a dump off to the running back. Those were all 3 passes. I was like, okay.
But 2 of them got touchdowns, so
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Get into a
Success is in
playmaker's
the
hand.
But in the game, it's score is a score is a score. You know?
Bang,
Yards
yeah.
out.
Yeah, another person who didn't see too much scoring, but also came from Ohio State, CJ Stroud, the second overall pick. He had his first game. Not quite the stat line that I'm sure they wanted to see. He was 2 for 4, 13 yards and an interception.
That's not bad.
I mean, that's good for an Ohio State quarterback. That's pretty good.
It's on par with what they're used to seeing.
That's tradition. It's carrying it on.
I'm on CJ. I have the over on the
He's
Texans.
gonna be the one unlike the rest.
You think he's
Throwing-wise.
better than Justin Fields?
I really like Justin Fields. I don't think maybe in a couple years once he gets he'll throwing, but I think Fields will get better throwing, which all around Fields will be incredible.
Those
But
stats
Stroud-
though, the 2 for 4, 13 and a pick. I mean,
That's
it's
not
his first
showing all
ever seeing an
promise.
I mean,
NFL
can we name like any quarterbacks in like the last, I don't know, 20 years that have been good on the Texans besides Deshaun Watson?
But that was like 4 years ago.
Davis Mills had a year last year.
I don't know. Like, I'm just,
That's my guy.
Good. We're talking about just
Yeah, you're
no, I'm just
for
saying
him.
surviving like more than 2 years in the NFL.
No, not really.
Yeah,
No.
like, I mean,
Bill,
maybe-
Bill O'Brien may have played a part in
Matt
that,
Schaub was
but-
a dog.
Matt Shaw, yeah, back,
Whoa, yeah, let's not forget
that's
about
like
Matt Shaw.
05,
We're not
06.
talking. Okay, this is an informed
side-
part. Let's not
sidebar,
bring up
sidebar,
Matt
yeah.
Shaw.
Stroud
Yeah.
will be good if you don't.
Last
lose,
person I want to touch on, we can cover a couple news topics after that, was Anthony Richardson. Had an interesting game. He was 7 for 12 for 67 yards and an interception. That was a pretty bad pick. You didn't even see the defender.
Kind of forced it.
I don't know if you guys watched him play. He does move around a bit though. Like he can scramble. So I'm kind of
You
9 and
definitely see the potential. Like he had a
Six wins.
he had a few throws where he zipped them in there, and you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, this guy like shows flashes of good plays, and then the stupid pick.
I think people just forget about that in Florida. He did that. Like that was his
No,
thing.
that's literally him.
That's
yeah.
him.
I mean,
So,
he only
like,
ever
Again-
started like one season.
Again, regardless, as of Tuesday, I think the Colts named him their QB1. So they're obviously
I think we all.
Who
I mean,
else
yeah,
is on
that-
that roster?
I think we all
very
knew-
true. But
Yeah.
I feel like them making it
What about
public.
Sam Ellinger?
Sam Elliott. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's,
hey, it's your boy, man.
That's
yeah. Horns
Hook 'em
down.
horns.
Horns
Well,
down.
hook 'em.
one rookie who played like the veteran he is. I just want to say Stetson Bennett,
Oh,
looking sharp out there.
he actually looked insane.
He looked like a complete veteran. I mean, he is kind of a veteran.
I think it's not too far-fetched to think that they will hold on to him after Matthew Stafford leaves and he'll be their quarterback.
Great.
Stetson Bennett he was a Heisman finalist last
Until
year.
he retires because he's too old.
Like he was one of the 3 finalists for Heisman ahead of all these quarterbacks that got drafted ahead of him. So regardless,
Hot take: he'll be better than C.J. Stroud.
Ooh.
book it.
You should make it.
Book
bet.
it.
That is the worst
should
take
make
of
it
all
bet.
time.
Book
There's
it.
no way
You
to
should
bet
make it
it,
a bet.
but
Book it.
like,
Stats by the end
No,
of
no, no. I
career.
love that.
well, I
Does
would,
it-
I
does
would,
it
I would
10-year
win
bet?
logically. I
I hate the Rams, but you can just see already. You're seeing.
I mean, you got
little
McVay.
flashes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
McVay for how much longer? He's gonna be.
Two
He's gonna
things.
go to the booth.
Two things I wanted to cover before we get into the mock draft. I'm already itching. I got the first pick. I'm ready to click. I'm ready. I already know who I'm picking.
Scratch.
Ezekiel Elliott this week signs with the Patriots, a deal worth up to $6 million.
That's it.
Yep. And
That's it. Running backs, bro.
it kind of scared me for a
Oh,
second.
it was 8.
Cause nope, that's Dalvin is 8.6.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Zeke's up to
Sorry.
$6 million, and it's pretty incentive heavy as towards Dalvin's is more guaranteed.
Guaranteed,
We're gonna hit on Dalvin in a second, but it scared me at first because I like Ramondre Stevenson. He's my guy, and I was like, "What's this mean for him?" But then I remembered Zeke is ass,
Yeah.
and so this means nothing for him.
Yeah.
This is a nothing burger.
It's basically they just like can't have Ramondre on the field 24/7. They have to give him like a few plays off, and that's where Zeke comes in.
Right? Belichick hates giving running backs more than 75% like run share in the
That's
backfield.
fact.
75% is fine with me.
75 is a lot. That's kind of why I'm thinking it's going to be more of like a 50-50
It will
almost.
not be a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
No chance.
There-
No,
One
no
is
What do you
going to
think
be
it's gonna
far
be?
more
Like
productive
70,
than the
30?
other.
Yes.
I'd say 75, like we just
The
the number we just talked about. Yeah. Second running back, last thing, Dalvin Cook, 1-year deal with
the
the
Jets.
Jets.
I hate
Jets.
I was on the under. Now I'm on
Yeah.
the over. I'm
you
on the
flipped.
over. I'm like a pancake. I'm flip flopping.
Put on the card.
Bang.
What do you think this means
Belgian
for
waffles.
What does this mean for Brees Hall?
I'm
Is he
further
just
on the under now.
Takes his time, comes back middle of the season,
and then what happens with the running back?
and
Is
then
it
you just
full
you
commit?
work him back in.
Full committee?
I think it'll be probably like a committee,
Like
Yeah,
a Kareem Hunt,
50-50.
Nick Chubb type deal?
Yeah,
or-
kind of something similar. Maybe a little bit more even, but
With Dalvin as the one?
Brees Hall's the one.
I think Brees Hall is the one. But whenever you're coming fresh off an ACL, surgery and kind of rehabbing and getting your feet back, I think
Yeah.
it kind of takes quite a few games. Like even if he's healthy to come back, just throw out a random week like week 7, he's still probably not going to feel comfortable till like week 10, week 11.
Yeah,
So I think you got to ride with Dalvin
I mean,
a while.
for at least.
we're doing the mock draft in a minute, so we don't need to get too far into where we think he's gonna get drafted. But Dalvin Cook now on the Jets, literally the only running back that's gonna play right now with Brees Hall out. Like Michael Carter will get like a snap or two, but
Dalvin Cook.
what's up?
Yeah, Dalvin Cook.
Oh yeah, it's Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the running back one on Aaron Rodgers' teams is like insane, like always insane.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Are we thinking Dalvin like sneaks up there in the? I mean, Aaron Jones is getting drafted in round one.
We're gonna
last
find
year.
out. We're gonna
We're
find
gonna
out
find out.
today,
Very
right
true,
now,
very
after
true.
this.
You know what? What a segue, Tate. Let's go ahead and start the first round.
I'm ready to click.
Fantasy season is upon us, boys. We are finally here. Our official draft date is in a week from when you're going to be watching this. It'll be on August 25th.
Elated.
We're doing that draft in Las Vegas, Nevada, the 3-bedroom penthouse at Resorts World. And I heard a rumor that we're going to be film some content from there.
Whoa.
Maybe a little
We are.
insider video, maybe a vlog style thing, so you guys
Yep,
can see
stay
Stay
exactly,
tuned for that.
exactly
yeah,
what's
that-
going on
You
in
have to-
Vegas.
You have to subscribe to see that.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be a very, very fun weekend. But our league that we all play in is a 12-team league. It's half PPR, and we already have the draft order. So us 5 who are all in the league are picking this mock draft in the exact order we're gonna be drafting in next week in Vegas. And we're just gonna run through it. We're gonna talk you through our picks, and it should be pretty freaking exciting.
Oh,
so
yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm ready to go. I have the first pick. I'd say we just go ahead and start the
Let's
draft.
do it, baby.
I'm ready to go.
Start.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's get
Tyler's
booming.
now on the clock, baby.
I'm on the clock. All right.
All
I was
right.
on the clock.
I've been thinking through this pick a lot recently.
Yeah.
When I first got the card, I was like Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I've got to be. It has to be.
naturally, yeah.
It has to be
Yep.
McCaffrey. But the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what I do when I get the first pick? What mistake I make every year? I pick an injury-prone running back at 1-1. He screws me, and I don't have the wide receiver depth to carry me deep in the playoffs. I make the playoffs, but can't do it. I'm going wide receiver 1. Justin Jefferson will
Yeah,
be my
baby.
first pick.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, baby.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So the next
the
three,
normal, yeah.
the next 2 picks are going to be auto drafted. Everyone who's not up here is going to be auto drafted. It went Christian McCaffrey 2, Jamar Chase 3, Mario's on the clock.
Yeah, that's a little tough. Obviously, Jamar Chase is my guy. That's why I was ideally going for at 4. So I could go running back. I'm still kind of 50-50 on whether I want to go running backs or receivers. But right now, I'm going to mess around a little bit, and I'm going to go towards receivers. That's where I've been
Okay.
drafting lately. So
Gotta go Cooper Cup, right? Or Tyreek.
Ooh, Tyreek at 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saquon
I like
gets
it.
picked
Okay.
at 5.
Yeah, Saquon was drafted 5.
As he should. I mean, maybe 4,
Way
but
too high.
Tate's at the
You know
6th
what?
pick. What are you looking here if these 5 are off the board?
I am looking for sure at a running back here.
at a running
I
back,
like that.
Yes, running back.
The running back.
I mean,
I look
lots to
It's
choose
looking
from.
really hard to look past Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
based off ADP.
That's
yeah, right.
super tough.
It's tough.
It's just
So
too.
you
too
gotta
much
do it.
You
value.
got to go
Too
Eckler.
much value.
Yeah.
Too much value. You gotta
Eckler's
do it.
6.
RB1 last year. Too
Wow,
much value.
Stephon Diggs getting auto drafted at 7.
Yeah,
That
Stephon
is way
Diggs,
higher than his.
Travis Kelsey and Cooper
Normal.
Cup. So we got Ryan sitting here at 9. Bijan's available.
10.
Or 10.
yeah.
Bijan's available
Yeah,
at 10.
Bijan is available. Yeah.
Bijan's-
I will
he's-
not ever be taking.
It's an
Bijan
easy running
first.
back.
It's
to
an
go
easy
right there.
Bijan.
But this is the easiest running back.
Yep.
If I get this pick with the 10th pick, I'll
Oh,
be
no
losing
worries.
my mind.
Bijan runs.
I think he's
It
running
was-
back 2 at worst.
Yep.
He's gonna have a huge year without Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
gonna lock up Nick
Yeah.
Chubb.
Yep.
That's who I debated on either going receiver or running
AJ
back.
Brown at
All
11,
right.
and then
I mean, this is a snap.
Mike gets back to
I
back.
have such a bias. Obviously, this is not super realistic. I feel like if anything,
I think it's realistic.
I think
Well-
it's realistic.
I think if anything, Saquon and Bijan are gonna flip spots
No,
in
this
an
is-
actual draft.
We'll
No?
see. I don't. This is pretty on
Pretty
par with what I think
accurate.
We're gonna be seeing.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if I'm getting Bijan at 12, that's 100% okay with me.
Mike,
Still
you
too
snap
early.
I'm
him
gonna
off.
do that.
and he gets it back. What do you get
Um,
back?
That's
Obviously,
value.
yes. Being at 12, I get the back-to-backs. I have done pretty much every combination of running back, wide receiver, running back, whatever. I still continue to like the running back receiver combination when you have the back-to-backs. I think the next best up is going to be CeeDee Lamb, so I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb at 13.
Not Jonathan
Yeah,
Taylor. I
not on
noticed.
his list.
No, I hate
Ooh.
Jonathan Taylor.
So
I
we
will never
have-
draft him.
Team
Yeah.
11 drafting Derrick Henry.
Question: did Mike have CeeDee Lamb in his top anything on his list?
No,
No.
he didn't.
No, he
And
didn't.
Which
we
is
picked him up-
interesting.
We
that
picked
he's
him up above
Way
all
too
these
many
players.
receivers.
ahead of Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Mike's not even trying to follow his list here.
No.
But this is why he shoots from the hip. Everything he does, he shoots from the
everything,
hip. But Ryan's on the clock.
I
right
got
now.
10th back. Derrick Henry, I like that on the way back. I will never. I mean, once again, just follows
easy
my logic line.
Devontae Adams.
Wide receiver 2 last year. He's him.
He's
Gotta go
him, yeah.
Devontae.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Ooh, I like this.
Oh, Mahomes,
What,
Jonathan Taylor.
Cup, JT, and Amon-Ra St. Brown with Tatum and Clark.
Are you
I
trying
feel
to
like
tell me?
Mahomes isn't going to
Are you
ever go
boys
that early.
trying to
though.
tell me right now that my RB3 is still on the board here?
Wow.
Of
That's
course he
very
is.
I'm
true.
getting
Tony
Tony
Pollard?
Pollard in the second round. That is going to be a snap.
I have a feeling Patrick Mahomes might go
that right there?
right there in our draft. Like literally
At
right
the
there.
And then
He
Josh
might go
Allen
there.
probably
All right, and so after Tate goes Pollard, Garrett Wilson gets snatched up at the 5 pick. Mario's back to you.
That's who I actually was aiming for, Garrett Wilson. I'm getting sniped right now. Jamar Chase at 3, Garrett Wilson right before me.
That's the beauty of fantasy.
Yeah, that's the fun of it all.
That is the fun of it all. I'm gonna end up going. I like to stack receivers. That's just who I am. So
It gets so thin.
I'm between.
Really? Waddle and Hill just going crazy over there.
I love that. Dude.
I
had
actually
that
am really
last year.
big.
I love that.
I'm really big
have
on this
both.
guy. I think he's going to be good.
Wow.
I'm going Devontae Smith.
Good
I
pick.
love Devontae.
Good pick.
Oh, Josh
respect
Jacobs.
that.
If I could have got Jacobs at the
Hurts.
turn.
That,
Yeah,
that
we
would
could
have
serve
been,
that.
would've been
sick.
straight.
Jalen
Joe.
Hurts, second quarterback taken.
That
over
team-
I
Josh
actually
Allen.
like that.
Huge.
That
I like
team
that.
2 is kind of spicy.
Yeah,
team two.
McCaffrey and
I
Jalen
like
Hurts, RB1 and 2.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy actually.
He's going to perform again this year.
All right, so at the turn here, I've been playing with a lot of combos. Going receiver first has allowed me to get a lot of like running back, and like just solidify my roster there where I have overall wide receiver 1, then 2 good starting running backs.
Yep.
But some of the guys I like, I mean, I wish Pollard or Jacobs fell to me. I don't think it's going to happen in the real draft though.
I know who you're getting in
Negative
the
percent
chance.
I don't know. I've been doing some weird drafts.
Jacobs
where
might fall to you.
Jacobs has fallen.
Well,
Jacobs
it
might
depends on
fall.
his
This
situation.
this is one of those spots where I think Dalvin could fall. No matter what, right here I'm going Ramondre Stevenson for my
That's
first
your
pick.
first, yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
but then my next pick,
You got some combos.
I really like Travis Etienne, but Dalvin Cook this week is just like taken over my entire brain.
Yeah.
Like everything about him, I was like, dude, he's running back 1 on an Aaron Rodgers offense, and he's the only one. Like we know what happens there. But then I remember I went to Clemson, so
And T. Higgins is still on the board.
and I go Travis Etienne.
Ooh,
running
T.
back,
Higgins
running
right
back.
after
Oh.
with Brees.
Ooh, yeah, T.
Wow.
Higgins, Brees Hall. I think that Brees Hall pick might turn into a Dalvin pick.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
how.
I
It's gonna be
agree.
different, yeah,
No,
for
I
sure.
agree.
But all right, Mario, back to you. You went wide receiver. Are you going a Barry strategy? We had a guy in our league last year, 5 wide receivers in a row.
Shout out Barry.
Shout out Barry.
He did pretty well too. That strategy actually ended up being pretty.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think what running backs I'm huge on here. I love Kenneth Walker. Love Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones is going to be a sneaky guy, catching a lot of
Yeah.
passes because they're not really deep at receiver.
I like
but
Najee
one
here too.
one dude who actually has been climbing up my leaderboard recently, and I'm going to snipe him here, is
No.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
No.
Wow.
That's
Tell me what
That's
you
like
like
a
about.
half round.
Tell me
reach
what
or
you like
a
about
3/4
Jahmyr in the
round
third,
reach.
real quick, before we hop over to Tate.
I liked Jahmyr Gibbs. I did not have on my top 10 running backs.
Yeah.
I considered putting him at 10. Him and Brees Hall, I think, were both off my list. Jahmyr Gibbs, I just love the pass catching ability and seeing him. He had a little bit of action in their first preseason game, but just seeing him move on the field, it's different when you see practice footage. Everyone looks good, but when you see him move on screen,
He looks that
the
good.
way he's moving, it's like a young Alvin Kamara. He's electric.
Yeah.
And they're throwing him the ball. I love everything about him.
No, it's a little earlier than I thought he would get drafted, but I love the pick. I mean, that team right there: Tyreek Hill, Devontae Smith, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, I love
fast.
Gibbs. I want Gibbs
That's
so
a
bad.
fast.
It's
team.
a fast
You
team.
tell me I can't get him in the third anymore with you on the board?
Oh, no chance.
Okay.
All right, Tate.
Unless I go 3 receivers.
We're
back
going
to
back live to you.
All right, we are sitting here, and I think, I really do love Jalen Waddle. I mean, that guy's an absolute stud, but I'm going to have a really hard time passing up on my favorite tight end, Mr. Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews in the third
All right,
round.
so
Wow.
after Andrews, we have Waddle, Metcalf, and Najee off the board.
Wow, Metcalf going back early too.
I mean, Najee falling there is kind of value to the
Yeah,
max.
yeah, it is.
yeah.
It
Ryan,
is. I agree.
Still some good running backs.
Ryan got
Yep.
his RB2 and then a receiver he loves. I think he's.
Aaron Jones,
Yeah,
Kenneth
I'm
Walker.
I was gonna say if you get your
I'm
Aaron
loving
Jones.
this.
This is a great spot for Ryan.
I actually think I'm
Same
going
here.
to pick on a guy who I still don't see. I must not know something, and someone has to tell me something. But why this guy has never finished outside the top 12 in the last 5
Joe?
years of fantasy.
Yep.
Aaron Jones.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
by himself. He's going to get the receiving play.
Oh, Joe
this
Mixon.
offense is not going to get worse. If I get him him and Nick Chubb, he was a first-round pick last year, and pretty much Joe Mixon in most leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on
Joe
Joe
Mixon.
Mixon probably.
That's a
every
great
day.
I like
That's
that.
a great
I like
pick.
that a lot.
Great value.
Olave snapped up right after that.
Great pick also. I like that.
Mike's got the back-to-back here with
I
Bijan
do.
and CD.
Some interesting people still
Yeah, you
available.
gotta-
Definitely do.
You can go a lot of different directions here. You can go quarterback. You can go.
Yeah, quarterback. I definitely am considering grabbing like Lamar's or maybe even Justin Fields around here.
Yeah.
I mean, tight end definitely out of the question. Nobody's really within range, and I also am adamant I'm not going to get a tight end who isn't Travis Kelce outside of the or
I like
within the 5
Yeah,
rounds.
20 seconds left. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna go Debo Samuel with this pick, so
Plenty
I
of
can
time.
refresh.
Plenty of time.
Debo Samuel. Okay.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go
Interesting
Debo
pick.
Samuel.
You
I
did.
think
Little
All right, there you go. Yeah.
Sooner.
he has. I mean, he has so much upside, right? It's like
Yeah.
he's such a talented player. I think the 49ers have such a dynamic offense this year. I think there's going to be points to be shared amongst so many people, Christian McCaffrey included. I love it.
Nah, great pick.
Um,
What are you doing
and
on the right
then-
back? A little cold on running backs right now. Just
Yeah.
Bijan, rookie by himself up there.
He can carry.
well, I'm actually going to float over towards your side and go with Kenneth Walker.
I love that.
Oh, I love Kenneth Walker.
That's
I
going to
love
be
him.
such a value pick, and people are not going to understand.
Dude,
it.
those two
For
running
sure.
backs, like
For
if
sure.
you're talking strictly college football, you went Kenneth Walker, the best running back in college football from a couple years ago, and Bijan, the best running back from last year. That's
And then Debo Samuel, CD Lamb. Team's shaping
not
up.
bad.
Yeah,
Team's
not bad.
shaping up
I
nice.
just can't wait for you to trade them all
I
away.
did get sniped right there with Keenan Allen. I would have loved Keenan Allen on my team. I just think
Yeah.
he's, as a vet, him and Herbert are so good together. This is a toss-up for me. I would love to snap Aaron Jones because I think this is such value. But I think
That's what Mario.
I
is.
think-
Great flex.
I think
He
You
is.
after
already
the-
have two running backs.
that's one thing. After this wide receiver, I think it's a huge drop-off. And because he's just so dominant on this team and a bad year last year had him at wide receiver 8, I'm going to go Amari.
Yep.
I think
that's
Amari.
I like
that is
that.
a steal.
Steal.
You're
Yeah,
robbing.
I
You're
think
robbing.
In the
Yeah.
fourth round, that's
That's a
pretty
steal.
crazy.
Aaron Jones, not surprisingly, snatched up right after that. Then
Justin
it goes,
Fields.
quarterback. So that, Tate, if you were looking quarterback here, that kind of hurts.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
hurts a little bit, but honestly, not too much actually at all.
You-
After
you
picking
still have Lamar.
Mark Andrews there in the third round,
What
You still
quarterback's
have
left?
Lamar.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
match him right up with Lamar Jackson.
Doesn't hurt.
Ooh.
Honestly,
Doesn't hurt at all.
I get Lamar before Burrow strictly for fantasy reasons.
It's not a bad take at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally,
Right, take it.
All
personally.
around the same. Ooh,
Love it.
George Kittle
that team
taken.
5, I kind of like.
There's all the tight ends that'll go in the next couple rounds.
Yeah.
Drew's
Yeah.
drafted a great team right now.
Yeah.
Kittle, Allen,
That'll
Garrett,
never
Wilson,
happen. Mario.
This player, so right now I'm thinking I want to go running back, but this player, I'm telling you guys,
not?
if he falls to me in the 4th round, maybe I'm buying into the hype.
Oh, D-Hop.
You're so right,
Right?
Miles Sanders.
No.
No!
No.
Wow.
This snipe. All right, hold on. Let's talk. Let's talk.
That
about
was the
Calvin
Tyler
Ridley.
snipe right
Okay.
there.
I love
Let's
this.
talk about it. All right.
Tyler was saying
So-
a prayer.
Calvin Ridley just went. Tyler was waiting for that, begging for that over the
Oh my
top.
God.
If he's there for me in the
literally
4th, I will be taking Calvin.
Do you
Ridley.
think he'll
Which
be there?
means
for
which
you in the
means
fourth?
Tyler will
In
not.
most drafts.
I feel like
Calvin Ridley in this draft.
in our league specifically, right now, just looking, there's 6 quarterbacks that have been taken.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you, probably in our league, it'll be 3.
4. I probably agree.
So there's probably 3 extra skill positions
Which
that get
Ridley fills
taken
out?
that where Ridley will probably fill in. Also, I don't think Hawkins, like Kittle, will go that early too. So I think there's
Kittle might.
probably
Hawkinson might not.
Yeah, Hawkinson probably not.
like I don't think Kittle's
Kittle-
going in the 4th. I think he'll probably
No.
go like in the 5th. So
Yeah,
early,
so I
early
like
stuff,
that.
maybe, but-
And then it went Hawkinson in the 3, Hopkins in the 2, and now
Yeah.
Tyler without Calvin
That's-
Ridley.
that's
what are you
pain.
looking at right now?
That's so
Yeah,
pain
because
because.
Hopkins would have been probably your backup.
Oh my
huh?
gosh. Well, like my strategy, if I could go Justin Jefferson and then get like my two
running
running backs
backs.
I'm in love with, like Travis and Ramondre, I think are both going to have huge years this
Yeah.
year. And then get Trevor Lawrence, wide receiver 1, Calvin Ridley, like I would just be
On top
creaming
of the world.
myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would. There's no better
Oh, the
draft.
Jaguars one.
Yeah,
So this is where I run into kind of a problem with when I'm drafting here. If these receivers don't fall to me, then I'm kind of looking light at the receiver position. So I'm not going to even go receiver here.
Okay. You going quarterback?
No, I'm actually going to snatch
Trevor
up J.K.
Lawrence?
Dobbins.
That's a
Ooh,
great
oh,
pick.
okay.
That's a good pick.
Okay.
Love
It's good
that.
value.
I like
All
that a lot.
upside in that.
Yeah, with these
Yeah,
three
all
running
upside.
backs, not getting a running back in the first, 23 picks of the draft. With these 3 running backs, I feel I can have a very solid roster. Like those, I'll never be worried about the roster spot with running back.
Yeah.
And I still have wide receiver 1 in the draft, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
But it pains me, but I got to go back to another Ohio State guy
Oh
here.
my god, I love this.
Terry McLaurin.
Oh,
Yep.
that's just a great pick.
Yeah,
Every
he
year.
fell
That guy's a dog.
5th round.
No matter
So
Safety.
No matter what.
it's gonna be my 2 receivers. But
Watson.
then
Who the hell is his quarterback
You'll be fine
again?
enough.
Doesn't matter. He's
Sam Howell.
You had him last year. Took you to the championship. He's quarterback proof. Anyways,
Yeah, Christian Watson goes off, and then
Herbert.
Herbert snatched up by team
I
3.
don't like Christian
I-
Watson that. Maybe it's just me.
People are
Same.
starting to. I had him as an early, like when we did our sleepers like a month ago. I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be a sleeper. He's not really a sleeper anymore. He's rising up every draft board,
Yeah.
like in ADPs, because everyone's like, wait a minute, he's the only receiver on that team.
No, yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
facts. All right, Mario.
he goes there. Mario now, only one running back on roster.
Yeah, so we're going to look running back here. I feel confident in my receivers. This running back, getting him in the 5th round,
value.
it's just so
It's
value.
too value. Even though I hate him, it's too value. Yeah, it's too value.
Pierce.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got Kamara.
Alvin Kamara.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Pierce went next.
Alvin
Well,
Kamara is a
that's
guy
your
who
boy, too.
obviously, if he wasn't suspended, I feel like he'd easily be going in the top 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
I have to wait 3 games, but I'll
It's
gladly
upside.
worth it.
It's
Yeah, the
worth it.
Go 1 and
upside.
2.
I mean, he could
Are you-
end a top 10 running back
Are you
easily.
not worried about the other running backs on the Saints? I feel like.
Jamal
Listen,
Williams, from what I saw,
and don't they have a rookie as well? Someone.
Kendra Miller looked
Yeah.
decent. He kind of plays the same role Alvin does, so I don't foresee him taking
It's
Alvin's
also
spot.
Alvin. You know?
Yeah,
It is Alvin Kamara. Yeah, you're
and Jamal Williams didn't look the same. He's not running behind the best or second best O line in the league. So,
That'll hurt.
yep.
Okay, it's
I like it.
we're back. Like I said, Damian Pierce selected right after Kamara there. So we're looking at Tate. Not one wide receiver on roster.
This is
love it.
why we're going wide receiver right now.
you
I
have
am
to.
buying the Justin Fields hype. Give me DJ Moore as my wide receiver 1.
Whole lot of screens. Whole lot of screens.
He's good.
Yep.
Miles Sanders
wow, that
and
hurt.
Madison,
That hurt.
as well as Drake
Yeah,
London,
that
just
hurt.
select off.
Madison
I just wanted
hurts.
one of those running backs. So
I
bad.
thought I was gonna get Madison.
Here at the 5th, I don't like this player, but I don't pick my fantasy teams off players I like. I pick them off players that win. And with this offense being, my opinion, the best offense in the league, or one of, the touchdowns are going to be there. It just depends on if they want to do committee or not. But, I mean, DeAndre Swift in the 5th, if he becomes RB1,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous. So I'm
So
just
much
going to...
value.
I just
Too
think
much upside.
much upside.
If Miles Sanders does what he did last year, DeAndre Swift 100% is better.
If they give him the opportunity. Yeah.
So I think DeAndre Swift 5th round.
Healthy.
Just
Oh,
gonna be the
nice.
best.
Trevor Lawrence
T-Law.
taken at the
Tate
end of the round, and
I
then
mean, Michael-
Quarterback
Mike
shooting off
Mike
quick.
has the back-to-back here, but only take one of your picks, and then we're gonna pause and take a second to recap at our halfway point through the mock draft what we think these teams are. So you got
Okay.
2 picks coming up, but just make your selection here, and then we'll take a break.
All right. So obviously, I have 2 at both running back and receiver at this point. I still don't really like my selection of quarterbacks. I haven't been the biggest Deshaun Watson fan. I obviously hate Dak Prescott, so I'm never going to pick him. And I think I can wait a lot longer for somebody like Tua, who I have very high on my list.
Yeah, there's a lot of quarterbacks off the board already.
100%. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to go with a receiver on a team I don't like, but who I think has great upside. I'm going to go Jerry Jeudy.
That's a great pick.
What a pick. All right, so
No, I love that
let's
pick.
stop there. Take a second. Let's take it in for a second. You know,
Yeah,
we're 5
I love
rounds
this.
through. We speed rounded it.
That would be.
What does everyone think about your team? I mean, Tate, go ahead and kick us off. How do you like the way you played this first 5 rounds?
I mean, you got to be kidding me. I got Tony Pollard the 2nd.
Tony Pollard
This is-
and Austin
This is
Eckler.
a dream. And
Those
Austin
are both
Eckler.
steals.
That's a
Someone
great-
tell me.
great
Someone
duo.
tell me you could. I mean,
But then
Lamar
what
Jackson, a quarterback.
Yeah, what happens after that?
wide receiver 1 being DJ Moore.
I have a strap.
That's
Justin Fields throws 40 yards a game.
It's gonna all be to DJ
Hey,
Moore.
how they working the
He's gonna have 40,
was
40
yards
and
and a
40 and a
touchdown.
touchdown.
Well,
What
he
are you
had
gonna
zero pass yards past the line of scrimmage. So,
You don't need to. DJ
doesn't
Moore,
matter.
40 yards and a touchdown.
DJ Moore did have
so
a
if he can
60-yard
keep, if he
touchdown.
can do 60-yard screens to the house every
Okay,
time,
so
then,
Tate,
then
you're
you're in for a
happy.
good season.
I mean, DJ Moore is always performs even no matter what it is.
Ryan,
He a dog.
how are you feeling looking at your team so far? You went running back, receiver, running back, receiver, running back. So you got a nice pattern.
I'm obsessed with this team. Like, I believe I have one for sure top 5 running back in Nick Chubb. Like, not even a doubt. Most
Yep.
safe pick. And I also think one of the best upsides for RB1 next year.
And a top 10 receiver in Devontae.
I have Devontae
Adams.
Adams, who was number 2 last year. Mario says top 10. I think he's still top 5. He's an absolute dog.
We'll see.
But, no, I could change, obviously. Garoppolo's not great. Joe Mixon, disrespected. I don't know why. I still
In the
want
third,
I like
that
Joe
late
Mixon a
is-
lot.
I
in the
still want to
third.
know
That's a
why
great
I'm going to be
value.
able to get him in the 3rd. I think that's crazy.
I don't think in our draft.
I don't think
I
so.
feel like
but,
he's going to go a little bit earlier.
Here, I'll take advantage
Over
of.
who? I'm looking at maybe
mean,
Over
Jamal-
Jameer.
Debo?
Over Jameer.
Over Debo?
Mario picked Jameer over Mixon already.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I would
true.
pick
Over DK, probably. Over
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mark
maybe,
Andrews.
Maybe.
But regardless.
Maybe we'll see. Yeah.
And then Amari Cooper, easy pick, top 10. I mean, the offense is probably only going to get better. And then DeAndre Swift, I think, probably the steal of my 5 picks. I mean, like I said, Miles Sanders did what he did.
It's like the only real gamble, and it could pay off huge.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
He could
Miles
pay off
Sanders did what he
massive,
did, and I mean, no matter what he's gonna get points, it might not be crazy, but like as a flex option, take it every day of the week.
I love him. Yeah, my team. I really like. If I can get this team, I'll be very happy. I think there's a good chance I will be able to
Yeah,
get this
really,
team.
I think.
Yeah.
Starting running backs will be Ramondre and Travis Etienne with Jamar Jefferson and Terry McLaurin at wide receiver. Pretty stacked. We can get Dobbins in the flex, or I'll get a couple receivers we can play around with. I'm still not sold on the running back back to back at the 2 and the 3 turn. I think I might like my team a little better if I went Ramondre and T. Higgins, or even Travis and T. Higgins, because I'm all over T. Higgins this year. Seeing him go right after my pick just makes me feel like I just like fumbled the bag. You know, it's like when like you make your pick and the other person immediately puts the sticker up and it's the other player you were
Like,
thinking
thank
of.
God. Oh my
You're
God.
like shit. But yeah, overall
It's the
I like
worst feeling.
I like the way it looks. I kind of wish I would have snagged T. Higgins, and I also wish
A lot
Calvin
of,
Ridley
lot
would
of
have
running backs
I was-
by committee on that team.
I was really surprised you didn't go T. Higgins there, especially Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I had
just to piggyback off that.
Yeah,
I
we'll
guess.
see. We'll see how it goes in the real draft. I'm gonna do a few more mocks before
Yeah.
we get going.
I'm curious if the way like this is shaping up by like you not getting certain people or like Mario getting Calvin Ridley, snagging him quickly before you, does that change your mind a little bit on like maybe you should go running back in the first overall? And
yeah,
then, like,
I mean, I'm definitely
does
not
that
sold.
play
I'm not-
into your?
Yeah, I'm not sold 100% on Justin Jefferson, but where it was like, I've mock drafted with both, and I love the teams I'm getting with Jefferson way more than the teams I'm getting with McCaffrey. With McCaffrey, I just feel like there's not that many wide receivers I love that I can get the rest of the round, and so like when I don't have that solid wide receiver 1 because they're all gone, my wide receiver 1's looking like T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Like so he's a wide receiver 2 on his team. I think he'll end up being the wide receiver 1, but that's how he's being drafted as wide receiver 2 on his
You
team.
gotta remember, our league is nothing like any mock draft you've ever seen.
Yeah,
so
that's very
we'll
true.
see
Yeah,
what
the
happens
league's a little
when
It's a
the
great
league
point.
comes around.
But yeah,
Dick double.
It might change. I think right now it's like 70% Jefferson, 30% McCaffrey. That's kind of how I'm looking.
How you feeling about your team, Mike?
I am a big fan of my team.
There's no way.
I
You don't have
really
a top
am.
10 wide receiver on your team, on your list.
According to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless of what I said, regardless of what I may or may not have said in the past, all I know is that this team shaping up on paper doesn't, in my eyes, have anyone that's like glistening and glamoring and like
Love when you say that.
spitting out on you.
No one's
But-
glazing.
No one's spinning on you.
Bijan
No,
is
yeah,
not
no-
spitting on him today.
I think
Okay.
Bijan's pretty gorgeous for you there.
Bijan is
No,
spitting.
he
out.
said it.
I
He's my
thought-
RB2. I mean, I
Hold on.
love Bijan.
Sorry, I misphrased that. My receivers are not spitting on anyone, in the most like beneficial sense, like a good spit.
What's a-
They're not beneficially spitting.
Exactly.
What do you mean by that?
Can
Exactly.
you go into a little what that would look like?
No.
Maybe some shake weights or
Just use your imagination, or if you're under like 14, don't.
All right.
Okay. All right. We'll keep.
Sorry.
What, talk about your team, please.
Yes.
I like my team. I think it's. I think.
Restricted.
I think it's solid.
Okay.
That's about it.
Solidly trapped.
That's where we landed.
No, I think it's solid.
We got to keep moving. We
Mario.
can't let him talk too long. Or
I
else
love Mario.
things fall off the wheel.
Mario, I love your team so much.
Yeah. Let me scroll over real quick. Okay. Yeah. I like my team too. Truthfully, the way I've been mock drafting has been Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson. I think I mentioned earlier. I got sniped on both those picks. I do love Tyreek Hill, Devontae Smith though. I'll take that as a backup plan 100% of the time. Love Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think Calvin Ridley just kind of solidifies my flex. Don't have to really worry too much. Got Alvin in the 5th. The reason, the way I've been mock drafting, I've been able to get some running backs with a little bit of upside who I feel like can fill in those 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, overall, love my team.
Nice. Well, let's go ahead and keep going. Halfway through the draft, we just did a little recap. I think all of us are pretty happy with our teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mike, you're on the clock. You got one more pick here to start the 6th round.
I certainly am on the clock. This is actually where in all of my previous mock drafts, I get a little bit stuck and my paths kind of diverge. I can either continue to stack onto my specialty positions of like running back, receiver, which is kind of looking like I'm going to need to. With that being said, I think I'm going to keep the pattern of running back, receiver. Going to go with not my bias of Cam Akers, who is still on the board, but somebody who I've had in the past is a touchdown machine in James Conner.
Ooh,
dude,
that's actually
very slept on.
super smart.
Kyle
pick.
Pitts
Wow.
sniped right after James Conner, and now it's over to Ryan.
Kind of hurt a little bit. I
He's
kind of
pretty bummed, yeah.
no. I wouldn't mind Kyle Pitts. I mean, I don't like the team, but he does for tight ends wise. He does finish high. He gets after Kelsey, he finishes in the chunk of within 30 points of the second, third, fourth, whatever. I don't think this is possible because when obviously, like Tyler said, when the drafts and ADPs get back, Dalvin Cook will be a little more in the mix.
Yeah, you won't have Dalvin here.
But what do I do? Do I just not take him? I don't know.
have no choice.
Add him to the card.
Yeah, put him on the card. It's Dalvin freaking Cook.
Sixth, starting running back in the 6th round.
are you kidding
I was debating taking him at my second, third round.
So wow, why was your
Receivers ripped off quickly.
Hurt Tate like a mofo.
Yeah.
Godwin, Lockett, and
That
Pittman.
actually kind of sucked. Well,
best
I'm actually gonna go with a player I mentioned earlier in this year, who I think is the wide receiver 1 on their team and could be a league winner. Deontay Johnson.
I love that.
Wide receiver 2 of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Good
With
choice.
Kenny.
Yet to be proven
You
in
got
4
small
years.
hands pick you can't throw.
Mike's boy, Cam Akers,
You tell.
taken by Team 5. Mario, it's over to you.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a snipe on the
So
board.
right here,
Oh yeah.
we are going to look for running backs, obviously. This running back, I've mentioned before, I'm a big fan of him. And he plays on a team that I'm not a big fan of, but he looked good this first week of the preseason. We're going to go Khalil Herbert.
I like Khalil
Beautiful.
Herbert. Hollywood Brown into Dallas Goddard.
Hollywood
for Tyler.
Brown and Dallas Goddard.
How does Hollywood Brown get? Okay, I'm not gonna say it.
Wide receiver 1.
I absolutely love my options here. Like,
Yeah.
I could not be happier with the way this round played out. I have a lot of ways I want to go. I'm either debating wide receiver, or quarterback, wide receiver, and grab my QB1.
The 2 wide receivers are
And
very
get that
good.
wide-
I feel
Yeah,
like
get
you
that
have
wide
to go
receiver out
the
of the way right now.
quarterback available. I feel like 100% you would take him with one of these 2 picks.
Deshaun.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, it's
Yeah.
both Clemson boys. Just go Clemson boy and call it a day.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely. I don't know. Christian Kirk's sneaking up in my.
This is where the draft
It's
gets
so
good.
hard, baby.
Everything keeps bubbling in your head and you don't know what to choose.
All right, you know what? We're for sure getting Mike Williams.
Mikey will. League winner.
We've got to go Mike Williams here, no matter what.
Over Ayuk?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm not an Ayuk guy.
I am actually a big Ayuk
I
guy.
think
Dude, I'm a big
Just for the
Ayuk guy,
viewers.
and I'm such an anti-Herbert guy that makes me off.
I love
the
Mike Williams, and right here it's between Christian Kirk and Deshaun Watson for me. I think I already have enough receivers though, and I think the quarterback drop off is pretty stark actually after this, because I don't like Dak. If I like Dak, Tua is not bad, but he's just injury prone. Yeah, I just got to go Deshaun Watson.
It's not a bad pick. I mean, QB2 on a team.
yeah.
Javante picked right after.
Oh, come on. You and your DTR nonsense. Yeah, Javante Williams taken.
and Ayuk.
Brendan Ayuk sniped. Back to Mario.
So right here, a few options. I'm looking at either running back or receiver still. I'm kind of waiting. I agree with Tyler. If Watson fell to me, I probably would have gone Watson. But now I feel like I can probably wait for like a Kirk Cousins or something in the later rounds.
Yeah, everyone else already has quarterbacks.
So running backs I like here, Isaiah Pacheco. Chiefs have one of the best O-lines, and he's their workhorse on the ground.
yeah.
But I'm going to go for a receiver here.
Pacheco's
who
also shot out of a cannon.
is who at this late in the draft, I feel like he can surprise a lot of people with his performance. We're gonna go Mike.
Michael
that's a great
Thomas.
pick.
Okay.
Ooh,
Homer
back to
pick.
Mike Evans. Super
I like
great
it.
picks.
Michael Thomas.
Him and
Mike
Alvin
Evans.
Kamara.
I love Thomas.
Tate,
Great pick.
are you still firing off at receivers here?
That's going to be a negative Ghost Rider. We're going to go with what Mario just said. We are going to snap off Isaiah Pacheco.
Okay.
I absolutely love
like
that
that.
Great
in this
pick. I
round.
like that.
He's
Yeah.
a good player. He's going to have a great year.
No way! We were both looking at him.
Oh, I just got
We were both looking at him.
Darren Waller.
Oh
Oh,
no!
I love that pick.
Oh no!
Christian Kirk taken right
that
before.
hurts. That hurts real bad.
Yeah, that hurt.
That hurts
I really
real
wanted
bad.
Darren Waller.
I considered tight
That
end,
hurts
but
real bad there.
I like Mike Thomas too much.
Yeah, no, Michael Thomas, there's a very good argument for him being Derek Carr's wide receiver 1.
Oh yeah.
And
oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, you have Olave, obviously.
Yeah.
But if Michael Thomas is Derek Carr's wide receiver 1, that's.
And it could be kind of like a Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, where they're both kind of like a
1A, 1B.
1A, 1B
Yeah.
kind of situation.
I think they're perfect because Olave's deep ball. Michael Thomas doesn't really have a
and
deep
Mike
ball.
Thomas works the
Tyler
middle of the field.
receptions.
Yeah.
just
reception
and
is
that'll
correct.
that'll work, dude, on that offense.
Yeah.
With Kamara in the backfield.
He can
Love
sling
it.
it.
Love it.
All right, who do you like here, Ryan?
I'm gonna just
Ohio State.
Yep.
no.
Really?
wow.
I'm not.
Really?
You got to go
JSN is so
the
good.
dude who plays on your team.
Got you 15
That's what I
seconds
think.
left here.
No, I got to go with just the best QB available and just guy
Tua.
top 5
Dak
offense
Prescott.
every year.
Okay.
Oh, Dak.
Top 5 every year. Top 5 offense.
Thought we were
Let's
talking
finish up
top
there.
quarterbacks. All right. Montgomery taken next.
Funny, I actually am talking top quarterbacks.
Yeah, you
and
got your boy.
Yeah.
You got your boy.
He's been high on my list for a while. Gotta go Tua here.
4 games you think this year or 5?
All right. I mean, he's got the gang behind him. Damn right. He's got the gang behind him.
He's got the game.
And then a rookie who I think is going to have a good year is going to be Jordan Addison.
He did look good.
Jackson.
And
love that pick
The
so
only
much.
reason I'm not going JSN is only because I don't want to have 2 Seattle offensive
Oh, that's
players.
fair. I didn't see it.
That is the only reason.
I love Jordan Addison.
I love
I
the
love
Jordan
Jordan
Addison
Addison.
pick. He
And
looked very
JSN
good.
They're both going to be the
Rookie
same.
went right there. JSN got picked before it got back to Ryan.
JSN a little more competition on his team too, which is
But
why I like.
Yeah, with
but
Lockett and
Better
DK.
offense, more yards. Last year, from stats wise, you could have an
Oh,
opinion.
I don't know.
From stats wise, if you want an
Vikings throw the
opinion.
ball a lot, too.
But from stats wise, if you want an opinion,
Yeah.
that's fair. With 30 seconds left here, I pretty much.
There's a wide receiver 1 who plays on your team that's still available.
I
don't
mean, he's
know.
not really wide receiver 1 on the team.
GP.
This year, I
My
think
dog.
it's his breakout year.
I just don't think after this guy, I just think it'll be such a drop off. So I'm just gonna take Ingram right
Yeah.
there. It's after that, it's just gonna be a huge tight end drop off. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. No, I like Evan Ingram there. I think he's going to get a lot of attention
Yeah.
on that Jaguars offense.
I'm worried about myself now.
You got James Cook, Kadarius Toney, and Pat Freiermuth taken before it gets back to Tate.
Yeah, since my running backs are absolutely stacked, I'm going to have to go back to my wide receivers here. I've got like Jahan Dotson, Traylon Burks, Brandon Cooks down there. We're going to go with Brandon Cooks here.
Ooh.
I absolutely love Brandon Cooks here. I think on that offense, I mean, you're just not loving, Jahan Dotson or Traylon Burks there.
Yeah.
George Pickens, I already have Deontay Johnson. I'm riding him, not George Pickens.
Gotcha.
So, love that pick.
I like it.
Gibson has value. I like
That makes
this.
sense.
We got Gibson going, right there before Mario.
Yeah, I feel like I have 4 receivers. I kind of want to go running back, but I don't know if this guy will make it back to me. This is going to be the end of receivers for me, but I'm a big George Pickens fan
Damn
this
it.
year.
Okay.
Dude, you are every pick I want to get at the turn, you're just snagging right there. Damn it. Well, yeah, I have 3 receivers already, but if George Pickens falls to me, I'm taking him 100% of the time in the 8th round. Like, not even at the 8-9 turn. A
Yeah.
1,000,000% of the time. I mean, I got the helmet on. I'll be wearing a jersey undrafted. Like, I love the Steelers, and he's my favorite receiver by far on the team. Traylon Burks taken, A.J. Dillon taken. None of that affects me at all.
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
I'm looking here at who's remaining from the running backs and receivers population, and one of these receivers sticks out to me a whole lot more than the rest. Lamar Jackson, wide receiver 1, is still available, and in my brain this year, it's going to be the rookie. I think Zay Flowers is going to take over that receiving group, and I absolutely love him for the value in the 8th round. He is so fast. He's going to get so many like deep balls and touchdowns. And like if you can flex him out like some weeks when they have good matchups, I just love the versatility you get there.
Well, it's funny you say the value there because isn't his ADP for right at the end of like the 9th?
Well, the ADPs like in early seasons are kind of like
Skewed.
regardless. Yeah. And
Skewed.
also
Okay.
my brain
Fair.
isn't the same as ADP.
Very true.
Like I like players that aren't necessarily as high as others.
Very true.
Unfortunately here, I'm a big DeAndre Swift guy, but you're hearing a lot of rumblings these days that Rashad Penny might take a decent chunk of that backfield. So I'm just going to grab the last playable running back I see here.
You never know. He could turn out
Yeah.
to be good. And
Yeah, I got to just take him.
Look at the Eagles
Okay.
and
Justin Tucker, kicker taken in the 9th round.
Tucker. I mean, that's probably around where.
That's surprising to me. Right here, I want to go running back, and there's a running back who, this late in the 9th round, I mean, this guy is still RB1 on his team, so I will take Brian Robinson.
okay.
Interesting. Then we got another defense taken right after that. Tate, what are you feeling here?
Are you kidding me? I have a chance to take a UCLA Bruin.
Oh, you're going Charbonnet.
Oh, yeah.
Charbonnet. Yeah.
Give me Zach Charbonnet, baby. Come on.
That's fair.
Wow, kicker McPherson.
What noises is this mock draft making? This is hilarious.
They're
I
going
love it.
crazy.
It's
on
like
these
yelling
defensive
at you. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I think I have a feeling the
so-
last 2 rounds for the auto drafts are going to be.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I
gonna be
feel
Just
why.
It's gonna be
Kicker
kicker.
defense.
Yeah.
Oh
kicker
yeah,
defense.
we did do a 10 round.
Oh, so it
That,
thinks.
that might
mock
have
draft.
been a yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
fine.
it
That's
thinks
10.
the full team's only 10 rounds. The way we're drafting here is that like
Yeah, we're gonna go over our
It's
team.
the
Our,
entire-
our
It's
draft is
we're
a
gonna get some
15
great
round
value
draft.
in the 9th and 10th
yeah, we're
round.
just cutting it off at 10 because we don't want to talk about kickers and defenses.
Yeah, our draft is 15 rounds. We're cutting it to 10.
That's pretty
so
hilarious. Every
It,
team.
it thinks, yeah, every team's getting.
I like that. All right, well, we'll get some extra value here at the end.
Yeah, I think this is so valuable. I only have 2 wide receivers on my team, which I mean I don't mind because they're stacked and I'm always gonna have a flex as a running back with those running backs. But yeah, I'm just gonna snap off Gabe Davis here. I mean,
Great,
Love that.
great
this is
That's
value.
a great
absurd to me, and like
It's
Quarterback,
absurd.
quarterback one this year, yeah.
It's absurd he's going this late.
I mean,
It's
that's who I
just
thought
so
Ty was gonna grab instead of
crazy.
Zay Flowers.
Gabe Davis that late with anything happens
Yeah.
in things 1 and 2 if
Yep.
it even stays the same.
He's
good.
a top. He's
Yeah,
a top
he's a good
30
wide receiver.
receiver.
Yeah.
I
Like,
completely
as a
agree.
flex, love it.
Zay Flowers is too sexy,
Who do you like,
sexy
Mike?
for me to pass on. I just
Completely agree. I actually find myself to be in a pretty tough spot here now that Evan Ingram is gone. I was pretty heavily banking on him falling to me.
he was never
kinda late.
making it back to you.
Well, you know, lesson learned, and that's why we do a lot of mock drafts. So, you know, this is
I was banking on it.
Surviving
to
24.
a certain extent.
So where are we going, Mike?
To a certain extent. Anyways, as these 4 gentlemen know, and Kevin behind the mic, I love to stack depth at every position. So with that being said, I'm going to go with another quarterback, and that is going to be Kirk Cousins.
Ooh.
Hold up.
I like it. All right, your last pick of the mock. This wouldn't be your last pick in the real draft. Obviously, you got 5 more rounds.
Correct.
Who do you like here for your last pick to round out your roster?
Again, getting a little, whatever it's called, shallow in
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah, that's good. That's good there.
Shallow. But
Shalom.
I'm going to go with, I guess you can say, a receiver handcuff with Cortland Sutton, just in case Judy gets hurt.
That's a good.
Gotcha.
That's such.
That's
People
really
forget how
great,
good
really
Sutton.
great
Like
value,
Sutton's
yeah.
a dog.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a beast.
He had a
He's
great
huge.
season
Yeah,
like 2 years
if
ago.
they get going,
Yeah.
the big if. But if they get going, they'll both be good.
Mm-hmm.
I need some electricity in my lineup. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you need that pick. You know, this is the
Please
end of
draft
our
him.
rounds.
Please draft him.
And like I need something where it's like he 2 years ago he ended on a huge note, was insane, got hurt, went to one of the best offenses in the league in my opinion this year.
Thank you. You got to do it.
I gotta
Love it.
get going.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I
OBJ.
like
you know what
that.
I'm saying?
I
Like,
love that.
I can't not if he goes wide receiver 1 and I get on the ball.
He
more
could,
Ravens.
yeah,
like
he
that
could
a lot.
very likely be the wide receiver 1. I was
He's
between
looking good.
I was between him and Zay Flowers to be
Looks
honest.
so good
At the
I love
turn,
it.
yeah.
And he was good and with the Rams.
Yeah.
Before he got hurt, but yeah.
Tate, your last round.
This is fun. I love this last round. There's so many good picks here. You
I know,
know,
so
I'm
fun.
just-
It talked a little that
I'm scrolling through all these great picks here. You know?
all the mock drafts have taken
UCLA,
defenses and
UCLA,
kickers.
UCLA,
Yeah,
UCLA.
you know, I'm trying to find my UCLA boy. We're gonna go with Greg Dulcich.
Yeah,
You got to go Greg
in the
Dulcich.
10th round.
you don't like
My
my
backup
Mario.
tight end.
So-
Mario, who do you like here?
I'm like, as far as receivers, I'm not going to draft him, but I think Elijah Moore is a great value here. He's looking really good with his connection with Deshaun Watson. But I'm good on receivers. Thinking about tight ends, I think in 10th round, Cole Kmet could be kind of value.
Yeah, I like him.
But I'm going to go with this this quarterback. He's got tons of weapons.
Oh, yeah, you don't have a quarterback.
So I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
A-Rod.
Yep,
Value.
that is
Wow.
a great.
Alright.
That is a great
Mr.
pick in the
Irrelevant?
10th.
All right, yeah, Mr. Irrelevant for this draft. I have 4 receivers, 4 running backs, and a quarterback. So pretty well-rounded team. At this turn, this is where I like to take a tight end. So I'm leaning Dalton Schultz here, but I don't want to end the draft on a tight end. So in your brain, if you see the first pick of round 11, Dalton Schultz. But right now, that's not where I'm going to go. There is too much upside with Anthony Richardson to not have him on your
Absolutely love
fantasy
it.
team.
Thank you. 9 and 8 this year.
Deshaun Watson and Anthony Richardson as my quarterbacks. One of them's got to hit. One of them's got to hit.
Big 0 for 2 this year in fantasy.
Draft is done. Anthony Richardson.
That was so fun.
That was so fun.
That was
Amazing. I
was
mean,
awesome.
all right, quickly, let's recap. Let's just look at these boards.
yeah.
We're doing this live. We're doing this on camera. This is electric. I love this so much. First mock
I love
draft
mock
on camera.
drafts.
Yeah.
So
It's
especially talking, you never get to like talk that with everyone and like
I know.
Get to
get in
explain
their
our
head. And then we're like,
our thought
and for us,
process.
it's like
I love it.
kind of a leverage for
It's
when we
an
do it in a
inside
week and a
scoop,
half.
yeah.
You know, you'd be
Yeah.
like, wow, I remember.
I can
Tate
kind of
smacking
make some
that guy.
adjustments now. I know.
For not,
Calvin Ridley.
I'm looking at these teams. For not going receiver in the first round, Ryan's receivers are actually insane.
Yeah, I mean,
You went Nick
Devontae-
Chubb, and then you got Devontae Adams, Amari
Amari-
Cooper, Gabe Davis, and Odell.
which
Beckham.
all line,
Yeah.
I think I'll get. Like Devontae Adams is falling to that. I would say
Yeah.
not. I want to say
absolutely. Yeah.
mid
Yeah,
second round, but
100%.
early.
That's his ADP.
And then
100%.
Amari Cooper, no one's ever on for some crazy reason, even though he's very consistent. I think I can get him in the fourth. And then Gabe Davis, OBJ, all I need is one of them to pan out, maybe a good flex option.
I
Yeah,
I'll
love
take
Gabe
that every
Davis
day.
there. Gabe Davis there was
It's a great
such
pick.
a
What do
snap.
we
that's a good pick.
What do we think about going quarterback early this year? I know none of us actually selected the quarterbacks, but two of the auto drafts got. There was two quarterbacks in the second round. It was
I think
Mahomes
I was the earliest, right? Fourth.
Yeah.
from our draft. Yeah, in the fourth
I think
round. But
Yeah.
It's too. It's like the Kelsey thing. You know, it's only Kelsey. It's gonna be like only Mahomes, Hurts, Allen.
would any of you consider drafting a quarterback in the second round?
Yeah. So
What's going on here?
Nothing.
I was saying
Nothing.
like,
No, you're
I was,
right.
No, I was
You're right.
describing the. You know how Kelsey's so above on
Yeah.
most people's. I was describing the quarterbacks that most people think is above, and I go Mahomes, Hurts, and then while I'm saying Josh Allen, he goes Fields. Stares me in the eye, Justin, right? I'm like, oh my gosh. No,
Yeah,
Josh
soul
Allen.
bonding
I
moment
think-
there, bud.
Well, I think if you get like those quarterbacks, I think go for it. I love it. Like I picked Josh Allen. I was the 12th pick last year. Picked him on the turn. I had Josh Allen, and he was phenomenal for me. If you're gonna go for it, get the best of the best. If not, I think you wait.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I think Mahomes will go early, but I could never rationalize to myself taking Mahomes as a top 20 pick. Like a quarterback in the top 20 is just like suicide.
I
To me.
picked it last year and won.
Yeah, I'm
Because of
not
Josh Allen.
opposed to it.
I mean, like I'm not saying it can't work,
Oh,
but just for
for
my
you,
strategy, like
just
there,
for his brain,
there
he
are
can't,
too many. Like you're getting such good quarterbacks, even in like look who went in the
In the
fourth round
fourth,
here.
Lamar, Joe Burrow, Justin
Yeah,
Fields.
all three of those quarterbacks, I think, can produce identical numbers in fantasy to the quarterbacks taken in the second round. Like,
I would put
They-
Lamar up in that category.
I mean, all of them can.
I mean, I think Team 5 with Josh Allen. I mean, I love that team. Only
Team
'cause of
five,
Josh Allen. So they're-
Saquon,
obviously the
Garrett
rest of the
Wilson,
picks.
Josh
First
Allen.
3 picks, I feel like those you'll do fine with.
First
You love
four.
Good,
Saquon?
solid. No, I'm saying a solid.
Yeah, you
Oh,
love
he likes the team
Saquon.
of Saquon.
Last year,
You love
last year, like
Saquon.
as a group, I like grouped my player. I literally went
Yeah.
running back, quarterback, tight end, wide receiver, and it worked out so well. So I just think that's works out as a bunch there.
Yeah.
This is an interesting mock draft because I feel like the auto draft knew who we were thinking to pick.
They were.
Like
They
they
were sharp.
sniped our picks so much, right?
So
They were
many
on
times.
Fire. Like it was every time.
Yeah.
Like even Mario, and then right in between Mario and Tyler was like, dude.
No, it was
Every
crazy.
time.
I mean,
I
they-
got sniped a couple times too.
Yeah, Mario also. Me and Mario have the same brain when it comes to like what middling round receivers can like pop off this year.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a pain in the ass. He's right there, and so I feel like this will happen in the.
I'm
real draft,
earlier
too.
than you in all the spots. Like where Ridley's going in the fourth. I draft
Yeah.
before you.
Pickens.
Pickens kind of later.
Yeah, I mean those are all the spots I love. Even Michael Thomas, like I know I passed on
I
him,
love Mike Thomas.
but if I were to redraft this, I would pay a lot more closer attention to Michael Thomas here, and I think that I also really want to target Addison. Those are some of the
Do
players.
you like this team?
the team I have? Yeah, I absolutely love this team. I mean, like, I think
Jefferson, Ramondre Stevenson, Travis, J.K. Dobbins, Terry,
There's
Mike
just a lot of
Williams,
like.
The team
I
is
mean,
Deshaun Watson.
Don't get me wrong, that team could be like first or last.
oh,
I
they're-
feel like there's a lot of variance there.
oh,
Yeah.
I actually completely disagree. I think this team has a pretty insane floor.
Because
Like,
JK,
well, no, JK's not gonna play. I mean, like,
splits carries every year.
your running backs, Travis Etienne, Ramondre Stevenson. Those are like
solid.
gonna be
but solid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're solid. Yeah.
two like from like 7th to like 12th every week.
Yeah.
In like week to week basis.
All right.
And then Justin Jefferson's clear
Yeah.
wide receiver
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
and I think from the rest of them, I mean, McLaurin will be my starter. And then you got,
I like Terry.
yeah, and then you have Mike Williams or Zay Flowers or Rashad Penny or J.K. Dobbins to play the
Just
flex. I
one
only
to
need to play
flex,
one of
yeah.
those guys with Deshaun or Anthony Richardson at the QB. Yeah, I
I
love
guess
that
it's
team.
contingent on if Deshaun looks good, which
I think Anthony Richardson's playable too. Like
could-
I honestly like it's kind of a wild card,
9 and 8.
but they're not
Stop
9 and
saying
8.
that.
Stop
Jesus
saying the Colts are
Christ.
9 and 8. They're
Speak
not
it into
9 and 8.
existence.
You're never
I
gonna
love
speak it into existence. That's never gonna happen.
Colts are finishing 9 and 8.
Okay. Well, winning the division,
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
favorite to win the division.
Disgusting.
No, I don't know about all that, but
Tate, I'm curious how you feel about your team because you drafted receivers later in the draft.
Well,
DJ
I
Moore,
mean,
Deontay
my
Johnson.
wide receiver 1 is Mark Andrews, so pinch me because I'm absolutely creaming all over this team.
Oh,
No, that's fair. He's
I mean, if your running backs carry you, your wide receiver.
Yeah,
like,
that's very true.
I went
That's
with
very true.
freaking Mike Williams.
I
Deontay
love
Johnson.
Eckler Pollard. I think that's
Yeah.
Just filthy.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
Those
so much
filthy.
value. I
Like
can't even handle
Deontay,
it.
DJ Moore,
This
that
is-
gets you 12.
this is the perfect Tate team. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to know Tate's personality,
Yep.
look at the team he just drafted.
the first.
because
I mean,
the
getting
first
Pollard
three
in the second,
The
though, I
first
don't
3
think
rounds
is-
is the definition of Tate.
it
Oh,
literally
100%.
defines you.
100%.
First 8 round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of glanced over Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson at quarterback is pretty electric.
Yeah,
actually,
Especially
I
with
really
the Mark
like your
Andrews
team.
combo. Yeah, that's
He's so
spicy.
fun.
And I mean, I know you drafted these guys late, but you could not have picked a team of receivers that I personally hate more than this. like just from like all the takes I've
Pretty
ever
disgusting.
said.
It's pretty disgusting.
Justin Fields, wide receiver 1, DJ Moore, who I just think is just god awful. Deontay Johnson.
Drop a pass,
I could talk
Johnson.
about Deontay Johnson for an hour and a half. I'm a Steelers fan, die hard. Go Steelers. Got the flag on the wall, helmet on.
Can't be that hard.
But-
No. Deontay Johnson has screwed us so many times.
Once. in
No,
one
no,
playoff
no.
game. One playoff
If
game
you
against the Chiefs.
if you've ever
You know
watched
Steelers.
if you watch Steelers games, you know how many balls this guy's dropped. I mean, like his
Not
hands
even
are
top 10 in drop percentage.
no, he's terrible. This guy's awful.
Drop
and-
a pass, Johnson. That's what
yeah,
they call him.
drop a pass, Johnson. Can't hold on to the ball.
They call him Long John.
And then you rounded out your receiver group with
That I think is a
Brandon Cooks.
That's actually a great pick.
no.
The wide receiver 3. I mean, what is he competing for wide receiver
Gallup
2
is-
with
Do
Gallup?
you guys not know like how talented Brandon Cooks is?
Dak Prescott can't play.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't throw.
He can't throw
can't,
the ball.
yeah.
I know,
He's
I
CD,
can't-
and then it's
I can't
CD.
argue
He
with
has
no logic.
You see this
The
guy?
guy's
What's your
throwing for
logic?
like 14
Dak
interceptions.
Prescott can't throw.
No, not
Noah
Dak
Brown is not
Prescott.
better
No,
than
no.
Brandon Cooks.
Okay, listen. Because it's the same logic. Like George Pickens clearly better as a receiver, right, than Deontay Johnson. Your logic is we'll look at the 4 years of, like results that Deontay Johnson, or 3 years. I don't know how long he's been
Correct.
on your guys' team. Like Dak Prescott's played with Michael Gallup for the last 3 years. Like they have that chemistry. Brandon Cooks can't just be inserted and like clearly pass Gallup. I'm not saying he won't end up higher, but it's not going to be just like a clear
Instant
jump.
off the
Like they're
bat.
going to be battling for that wide receiver 2 position.
I think it's gonna be clear as day. I wish we could make a bet. I can't make a bet. We'll get back to this clip.
Bet
but
who has
clear.
better
I know, but
stats
I'm
on
just
the
saying,
team?
like-
No, he just said he believes that Brandon Cooks could surpass him after.
okay.
No, he could. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's just like insert and then like,
Oh.
like he's that insane. Like he's at the
I mean, Brandon
twilight
Cooks-
of his
But
career.
he's been on 6 different teams. I feel like he's that guy that could just.
I don't even
but
hate.
I think that's more like he's been in the league for like 10, 11 years. Like, dude, like he's at the end of his career.
He is.
Like,
That's
you
a
know what I
good
mean?
point.
Like, it's
Like
not.
Randall Cobb.
He's
Like,
like
obviously, I
Walker.
give you Cooks earlier in his career was far better than Gallup will ever be. But
saying.
Mike's out here spitting.
all right.
No, I was just saying he brought a Walker to training camp, and then Mike
Yeah.
got a little upset, or he got a little agitated.
But-
he got a little happy.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, no, I love it.
The agitated
I don't
is
even mind the
great.
pick. I was just commenting like, for like, if you wanted to trigger me with your wide receivers, you've successfully done it.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Tate.
But yeah, I mean, I think that was a pretty successful mock draft, boys.
Dude, that was so much
That was
fun.
a whole lot of fun. I loved it.
I'd love to do it again.
I can't wait till we
I
draft
know.
next week.
We should,
We should do a few more of these after the cameras stop.
or right now.
Camera stop. We just roll it back.
Yeah.
I'm down. But
Dude,
yeah,
Mario, your team is so good. Like I'm not like I think your team's insane. If Kamara's half of what he is, and you have Gibbs and Kamara, and then you have Tyreek Hill, Devontae Smith, and Michael Thomas, or
yeah, that's a
Ridley,
good team.
and
That is a good
Rodgers,
team.
like your team, dude, that team is insane. I love that team.
That is a good team.
And then in the next rounds, I was targeting some like I think I mentioned Cole Kmet.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Dalton
That
Kincaid.
team will be nice. Those
Yeah.
wide receivers a ball.
well,
That was a
I mean,
nice draft.
I don't know about you guys, but it's got my juices flowing fast.
Yeah,
I'll be up
so-
till 5 a.m.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
got
I'll
a,
probably be doing this for a while.
yeah, we got a whole lot of content coming from the draft for you too. So definitely stay tuned for that.
It'll be great.
It's going to be a fun one.
But this wraps up the episode, boys. I mean, it
beautiful.
was a
Great
mock
mock.
draft.
That was a fun one.
That was
we
beautiful.
we wanted to give you kind of a live mock draft, a view into our minds of what's going on as we're looking at all these picks. And yeah, I think you got it pretty good. These teams all kind of match our personalities a bit. Like I said, Tate's is just like you couldn't have scripted it better.
Yeah.
Just remember, in order to win the subscriber picks parlay in the next couple weeks, what do you have to do, Tate?
I mean, if you don't like, comment, and subscribe, then just share the video with a friend and win.
Post it to your Instagram story.
Yeah.
DM us. Do whatever you gotta do. Make sure your username on YouTube pops up for us because like maybe the random number generator gets a little tilted one way or the other. People will definitely have more entries the earlier you support. That's a fact. It's just a fact. So that's gonna be kicking off next week for week 0. You're gonna get the vlog from Vegas, a whole video coming. That's gonna come right before football season. And then week 1.
Week 1, and then we're
rolling.
full rolling.
We're rolling.
Again, the new rollie by the end of the year.
He might get a new role. He's gonna be so.
Or he
hot.
might be selling that rollie, but who knows?
This one isn't a rollie, but okay.
But yeah, this has been the mock draft special. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead, hit those buttons below that we just talked about, and we'll see you next week.
Bing, bang, boom.